Oh, swivel heads, we got a lot to cover tonight. Sorry for my late appearance here, but guys, the war news is big, but there's a whole movement that seems set to do nothing but erase America, who we are as a country. Guys, they're trying to erase our founding fathers. I'm going to cover that first because that is very disturbing, but it's key to a lot of the other things that are happening and how things are trending in this country. Maybe it's a lot about what's behind things. We kind of talked about this. I kind of covered this in my immigration video, and this is really close. It's really the same kind of thing. It may answer some of the questions I raised in that previous video about the whole thing where Uncle Sam seems to be just luring the immigrants in, what they really want. And we're going to talk about the war news. It's really escalating. And we're going to talk about weather warnings. And in the final, toward the end, I got an announcement of a big scientific breakthrough that you homesteaders are going to be interested in. Anyway, so hold on your hats, folks. Here it comes. We're going to get all into this. I'm going to start out by sharing this stuff. I'm going to make sure, see who's in the chat room. But we're going to hit the news hard first, and then we can do some chat, but there's a lot of ground to cover. So, like I said, hold on to your hats. Let's get on board here with the chat room so I don't miss anything real significant. There we go. We've got a few people in here already. Good to see you. All right, folks, let's go in and do some article sharing. Bada bing, bada bang. I got to hit right here. Boom. Park Service to remove statue of William Penn from the Philadelphia Park and replace it with more inclusive displays. This is the park that is based on his home site. This is his home site. They're going to remove him and a model of his slate home from his own home site. Wow. Is that a slap in the face? What kind of a slap in the face is that? Hey, Flavors Force, thank you and salute. Yes, we do give a amen. That's why we're here, guys, and help you be prepared so you'll know what's coming, so that you can share these videos to alert your friends and neighbors and family that things are getting serious, so they'll start prepping. The more people that are prepping, the less people to be coming to eat you down the road. So here we are, guys. Can you believe it? Go to the park of the guy who set up Pennsylvania and the Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Yeah, brotherly love. And he's got to be replaced with something more exclusive on his own home site where he lived. Is this a slap in the face? Or am I missing? If you think this is a slap in the face of our founding fathers, put a 1 in the chat room. If you think that this ought to be done, this is the right move, put a 2. But, they are trying to erase the founding fathers of this country. They're trying to erase our history of who we are, why we're here, the whole notion of freedom. It's just, and this is happening all over the West. It's not just America. It's just part of this new culture of wokeism. Wokeism is brokeism. I don't know, guys. To me, this is atrocious. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. It's just, why would they erase him from his own park? Now, this might not have been a spectacular park, but holy smoke. Yeah, the Biden administration's National Park Service will remove this statue. And for upcoming rehabilitation, William Penn needs to be rehabilitated. And here's another article. National Park Service to remove William Penn statue from historic site. Now, what is there about this statue that's such an affront to people? We got Alaskan House. Good to see you. We got hey, Green Country Agroforestry. Hey, we'll be doing some interviews soon. I just got this my home computer internet reestablished today. Wow. I've had a mess dealing with computer stuff. I've got a breakdown in the laptop I've been using too. But I agree with this. All very stupid. All very stupid, guys. And they say, The Penn statue in slate roof house model will be removed and not reinstalled. Oh no, we can't have this. It can't never come back. Good grief. This is where his home was. He founded one of the 13 original colonies, which became one of the original states in the United States of America. I like this quote down here. Force may make hypocrites, but cannot, or can't, but can make no converts. Oh my gosh, guys. So, he talked about liberty and things like that. That's, in fact, William Penn's ideas had a whole lot to do with what the Constitution was later based on. So, it's a real affront that they would attack a guy like William Penn, of all things, by removing his statue from his home site. This tells you a lot about where they're at, what they're trying to do, where they want to go with the United States. They want to erase us in more ways than one. Of course, our good friends in the House of Klaus and the United, I don't know if Nations is a good name for this or not, urged to ignore voters. That just shows even more of their disdain for people, their disdain for representative government. They tell us that's what the West is all about. But when you got outfits like this behind things like this, I don't know, guys, but it don't get any better. Like I said, this might have a lot to do with why they're sending all these folks across the border. I think 30 Texan counties have now declared an invasion. Yeah, it's just wow. But so they want to fire Mayorkas for intentionally creating a border crisis. You think, guys, you realize that in 2021, 3.7 million crossed the border. In 2022, it was 4.8 million. In 2023, 6.2 million. The numbers are escalating. All this came in under the Biden administration. Consider this. So that's like 14.7, almost 15 million undocumented. Yeah. How about illegal immigrants who have been brought in by the administration? This is what I've been talking about. Now, sure, some people want to find prosperity. I get that. But what's coming across with them? That's what concerns me. It's the videos we see of all those young Chinese men with haircuts, with black backpacks, white tennis shoes, standing at parade rest. That's military posture. It's hard for military people to get out of habits, parade rest or attention. But no, that's not an issue. They just love America. They love us so much. Just like these guys who want to ignore voters, right? Guys, of course, we've had the admission by Christopher Wray that, oh yeah, we may be getting sleeper cell people coming across the border. We may have attacks due to this. He had to admit it, but still the administration does everything they can to increase the number coming in. Maybe it's because they don't really love us. What do you think? Are they do they want to erase the United States? Is that the goal? I ask you, if you think they want to erase the United States so that they can have the agendas of these guys in play, if you think that's what it's all about, put a 3 in the chat room. If you think this is something that is all good, put a 4 in the chat room. I'd like to see what you guys think about that. There we have Colonel Cole in the house. Very good. So, how about this? I don't see, it looks like they don't even like mankind. Oh, come on. All these stupid things popping up. Elites What is agenda? I can't even say this out loud on this platform. Guys, you know, what they're talking about is people in here saying there's people actually calling in media circles for humans to what? We're so bad for the planet. And this lady meteorologist on Good Morning America, you know, talking about, you know, how she shouldn't have kids anymore, and you know, just there's someone here saying that kids are bad for the environment. Of course, we get such paragons of wisdom like Miley Cyrus. Until I feel like my kid will live on Earth with fish in the water, I'm not bringing another person to deal with that. Oh my gosh, guys. And then having children is wrong. I won't be having them myself because all the experts agree that the single worst thing any of us can do for the climate is to have a person, a child. So having children are the worst thing. For those of you that saw those few of you that may have seen my talk at LeakCon a few years back, I put up my first chart was the question, what's the most beautiful thing in the universe? I had kind of a picture of a galaxy or something. And my next picture I put up was a picture of a baby. That baby was my youngest daughter when she was a baby. Cute as could be. Because a human being, a baby, represents enormous potential, great innocence. And my young daughter has achieved a lot in her lifetime already. So, guys, this whole thing that they're trying to put on us is just so much hooey, so much hooey. They don't love us. They don't like people. That's a rather dark agenda, in my humble opinion. Anti-human. You know, like Tucker Carlson once asked, how can a party that hates America run America? And the answer is in the ground. But they don't just hate America, they hate humanity. It just so happens that we, at least here in flyover country, us deplorables, as a certain HRC once called us, tend to like people. We tend to love people. We tend to love freedom. Oh my gosh. You mean we might want something like a vote to count? Nah, can't do that. Holy smoke, guys. But look, they love us so much. And there's something else I've been telling you guys. It so happens that, the head of this, the House of Klaus, Mr. Klaus, you know, when he was in Indonesia, was praising the People's Republic of China, the CCP, as once did David Rockefeller. He said, oh, they've got the example of how the world ought to be ran. The world should follow the example set by the CCP. Well, they like the authoritarianism. So do these guys have an inside track should Xi Jinping get his way? Why are they pouring? Why did this guy here, your good friend, from the gates of Bill, pour millions of dollars into Chinese government orgs? Can you believe it? But he loves us so much. I kind of, went after him and posted some stuff on social media against him. I had some people attacking me. Oh, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is doing so much for us all. Yeah, look at this. Aiding and abetting the nation that wants to run us in the ground. So, I don't know, guys, this whole thing stinks. It stinks at the highest level, in my humble opinion. It is not. You think this is good? Oh my gosh, guys. So let's go on here. I will read the chat room a little bit afterwards. Of course, the highest office in the land has no interest in this. This is something that comes from the oversight.house.gov. This is an actual house. I've mentioned this before, and I've actually showed you this before, and I mentioned it in several subsequent videos. This is a U.S. government website from the House of Representatives. This is not something coming from Greg Allison. Hello, platform that I'm on, because they might slap me for this. But this is straight from a government website. Oh, yeah, look at all this money. Who did it come from? Who did it go to? Comer. who is on the other side of the spectrum. I guess he was forced to reveal in some way what happened? Who? From where? Nah, couldn't happen, right? What do y'all think? Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. Makes me wonder if when our aircraft carriers get over there in the South China Sea, if they won't be set up set up to give Xi Jinping some bragging rights by taking out some of our prize pearls of our naval fleet. I don't know, guys. We're in for a lot coming up, guys. You know that on the 8th of February, the Supreme Court is apparently going to rule on the whole thing with Colorado and Maine trying to take a primary, the lead candidate for the major political party in the United States off the ballot, where they decided that he had violated the 14th Amendment, and no judge has found him guilty. He's not been tried guilty, but these representatives forming these ballots have made that. They've been the judge and jury themselves without a trial, without due process, trying to alter the election process. How would that go? This whole thing is scary, guys, but they're going to be see, the political process is already getting started. All this occurs here before the 8th, these primaries and caucuses. Fortunately, none of these are in Colorado or Maine. But we have Super Tuesday coming up on the 5th of March, guys. A lot of states, including Maine, including Colorado, have their primaries on the 5th of March. So this stuff will be settled by then, and who knows, there could be all kind of turmoil in the streets of America as a result of what the Supreme Court does or doesn't do, coming from either side, perhaps. Guys, get ready. Be ready for things to get ugly in this country, especially by the time, if we still have a nation, once the election is over, if we still have a nation, civil strife in this nation can be expected to escalate as it has often done of late in election years. But I think this election year poses to be the most contentious we've ever seen in the history of this country since 1860. What happened in 1860? If Colonel Cole's in the house, I'm sure he'd be happy to opine on what happened in 1860. That was a somewhat contentious election. This election may be as contentious. What will be the result of it? Let's hope it don't lead to a war that's so uncivil. Yikes. Anyway, so let's go on to war news. Yeah, they're trying to race our country. They're trying to race us deplorables. They love us so much. Yeah, right. Anyway, and this is happening all over the Western world. It's what they like to do. Fortunately, the countries in Europe, there's a lot of elections in 2024, and the countries in Europe are they're pushing back against the EU. They're getting people elected on more nationalist grounds, and the EU is, it is part of the dream of the elites, and it's not going too well for them. So maybe they want to have big things happen between now and then, maybe some black swan events. I think I got a video in here somewhere about a predicted black swan event. They're telling us a lot coming from major media. I think I got it in here. I hope I still do. Or maybe it's back here somewhere. Yeah, I got to move this one over. You know what? Let's go over here. Now we talk about black swan. Hey, Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. Salute to Rodney Middleton, Mr. Knifesmith. All right, guys. Face the Nation. CBS, actually kind of like Obama with Leave the World Behind. They're telegraphing something to us here, and it's hard to believe this is coming from them, but this is actually on the Face the Nation website. So not only did it occur on the show, they put it on YouTube, because I guess they really want you to see this. 2024 may be the year of Black Swan. Watch this, guys. I hope we can play a snippet of it. as long as we
There
talk over it.
may be the year of a black swan event.
Wow.
This is a national security event with high impact.
You think? Wow. They're actually admitting it, guys. And it's coming from a major media source. Now, if it come from Greg Allison on some of these social media platforms, you know, Green Greg's channel, might be in all kind of trouble. And I might be in trouble just for telling you what they've already told us. I don't know. All this stuff is so sensitive, but here it is. They're telling us. Now, why are they telling us?
It's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns I have that factor into that.
Yeah, no kidding. We've been talking about this for some time. I'm not going to go play any more of this video because it's dangerous to play something like this from another site. I don't get a strike for that, you know. So I won't. You know, the rule is if you can supposed to be able to do fair use, just short snippets as long as you're editorializing it. But I've still got hits from doing that in the past. It's like, really, come on, I'm within the bounds. But if you fight the platform of this stuff, you get in trouble. So, but anyway, so I will not show that any further, although I've seen some other channels go further with it, but I've had trouble doing that in the past. I also noticed the videos I saw that on were not monetized. So I got to be very, very, very careful here since this is becoming my sole source of income. Anyway, guys, yeah. Wait, I think let me back up here. It's not time to advance. So, confidential U.S. report finds Israel unlikely to win against Hezbollah on second front because of what's going on with Hamas already. The whole assessment is that the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, are really taxed just dealing with Hamas. And when this thing blows up the Hezbollah, they are thinking that it's going to be more than Israel can deal with. Hezbollah is huge. Now, is that the case? I don't know. Israel has proven in the past to have resilience beyond expectation. But intelligence sources in the United States are saying it's unlikely that Israel can win. And I guess based on what they're seeing Israel do today. So this is a thing of great concern to a lot of people. This could, of course, if Israel loses, even if you're anti-Israel, and a lot of you are, if Israel loses, their final ace in the hole, or it's not an ace in the hole, their final play is called the Samson option. They launch everything. That would be extremely, extremely ugly. 1860 was also the year there was a highest voter turnout and percentages of eligible votes, except 1864, but I don't count that one because half the country was not represented. Amen to that, Jason. So, well, a lot of stuff was decided in terms of amendments when half the country wasn't represented, right? John Cole, cannot trust. Yep. Rhino, what you gonna do? Rhino song. All right, guys. Netanyahu issues start warning to Hezbollah as U.S. fears expanding war. Wait a minute, I think I missed one. Okay. Anyway, Nasrallah who's the head of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah, made a huge threat because they took out one of his head officers in the strike, Mr. Salah. How do you say this? This guy was taken out. He's one of the lead guys in Hezbollah. Salah Arui. I don't know if I'm probably not saying that right. I'm not going to get the first name, Salah, but Arui, I don't know about that one. He got taken out by a strike on Hamas, and Nasrallah has said, basically vowed a full-fledged revenge war on Israel. Let's see. New fears as Hezbollah plummets Israel with initial response. See, what happened here is that this Mount, what is it, Mori, was struck, which is, I hope I got the name of that place right. Let's see here. Anyway, the head site that Israel uses to monitor airborne objects, missiles and aircraft coming in was hit real heavily by, this is wrong. It's Hezbollah leader. I think. Anyway, I think this article is wrong. But in any event, the situation is that, yeah, I think this article's got some errors in it. Hezbollah pummeled this mountain, Mount Murray, I think. It's the intel radar site and everything else that Israel uses to monitor incoming missiles and aircraft and things like that. So they actually pulled out one of their blimps that they had retired to aid, I guess, and make up for the shortfall in their monitoring capability. I don't have an article open on that, guys, but some of the stuff I've been reading. I don't, believe it or not, as many articles as I show up here, this is just a fraction of the stuff I researched before I bring you these stories. So I'll get this. This article kind of blows my mind. Blinken warns that the Israel-Hamas war could easily metastasize, like cancer spread, beyond Gaza. It could easily go beyond Gaza. They go further. The Israeli-Hamas war currently concentrated in Gaza could easily metastasize beyond Palestinian territory. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, Blinken. Knock, knock. Wake up, Blinken. It's already done so. Have you heard about the Houthis? Have you heard about the 200 strikes on American forces by Iranian proxies that's happened all over the Mideast, Syria, and in Iraq and other places? Nah, he ain't heard about that one, has he? Syria? No. Mr. Blinken, quit blinking your eyes so much. Open them up and have a look-see. It's already happened. Holy smoke. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. So not only is Blinken missing the boat, how about ABC News? It looks like they've missed a boat too, because some lame brain reporter, Chris Bokia or whatever, actually wrote this stuff. I mean, come on. This shows you how lame brain reporters are for some of the major news outlets, the lamestream news, and how they want us to be dumbed down. Oh, everything's just going just fine. Blinken and Biden are in charge. Everything's great and wonderful, but there might be a problem. There could be some problem arise. This will explain why we sit back and let 200 attacks go against our forces and just twiddle our thumbs as if nothing has happened. What is that? What is that? The trend has been fewer and fewer eligible voters turn out every year. Apathy or the realization representation was not occurring either way. Amen to that. Balloon loiter time. There you go, Matt. So, hey, Nightman's wife from the East Coast down in Florida. Wow, good to see you here. Wow, guys. So, can you believe it? Can you believe it? This is what the lamestream news media brings to us. I'm showing you this, not because I'm bringing this to you as news, it's because I'm showing you how dumbed down they are and how dumbed down they try to get their audience to be. And one of the biggest dumbed down channels is NBC. But they did put this out. Pentagon waited 3 days. Actually, it was more than 3 days. It started on the 1st, and the White House didn't even know until Friday that the Secretary of Defense was in the hospital in the ICU. The chain of command wasn't notified that a major link in the chain of command was inoperative. In fact, a lot of the people in the Pentagon, the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, didn't even know this. So here we are on the precipice of war in every direction, and the head of the Defense Department was AWOL. I could have done a whole video on that. Just that's a huge topic, having Lloyd Austin, AWOL. Colonel Cole, what do you think about that one? What game was the Pentagon playing? Well, most of the Pentagon didn't even know. So Colonel Cole, was he AWOL? I mean, of course, I know he don't get leave like a serviceman, but he's a general. So, yeah, I would say he's AWOL. Lloyd Austin owes Americans an explanation. Do you think that's enough? He might give some kind of explanation, maybe. He's known for being very private and not talking much, but holy smoke. Is Lebanon going to determine the war soon? Well, it probably won't be the state of Lebanon, it'll be Hezbollah that's based out of Lebanon. And U.S. braces itself. What's all this stuff popping up here? I can't even find the turn off button. I got too many other things up. There we go. For high stakes decision over Houthi Red Sea strikes. You know, we basically said if they cross the line, we're going to hit them. But are we really going to do it? You know, according to Blinken, and nothing's happening there. So, you know, maybe we just keep twiddling our thumbs as the head of the Department of Defense is hiding in the hospital. I don't know, guys. Colonel called voter apathy is real. Folks are busy, plus turned off by crappy politics. Yeah, politics stink in this country. Lloyd Austin identifies as a lampshade and is a milk dud. Yeah, milk dud Austin. Wow, guys. If all this stuff where we're on the verge of being drug into this war ourselves, you think that's metastasizing it? Hey, Blinken, knock, wake up, Blinken. Jeez, wake up, Blinken. Quit blinking, Blinken. Open them eyes. Holy smoke, guys. If this ain't a sign that you need to be prepping, what is? I highly encourage you to check out what's available to you at prepwithgreg.com. Prepwithgreg.com has a $200 off a 300-month supply of food again. So, and we've also got this 4-week emergency supply that's got a deep discount on it too, guys. So check it out. These are discounts. Well, let's see this discount. I don't see that on here. But anyway, there's great discounts here. Check them out. There's always daily specials. You can check other supplies out by going in, other survival supplies, prepping supplies, like when you go into the main store. But it helps me if you come in to prepwithgreg.com if you're going to go to my Patriot Supply. It helps me, and it's a good way to help yourself, guys. Check out what they got because you need to be prepping it to the ceiling. Over 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This stuff, you can bury it in caches outside your house if you worry about your house burning down or flood. Lord, how you say it? DD. Lord, drag the red. The real problem is that the left cares the least, plus right holds themselves to the rules of engagement lines that we do not cross. The left does not care. Those who care the least have the most power. Isn't that a statement? The ones that care the least have the most power. That's currently true. As they lay in the hospital and don't even report their AWOL. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly, guys. Jeez Louise. From Lebanon to the Red Sea, a broader conflict with Iran looms. Well, who's behind it? Who is behind it? Who sponsored 200 attacks on through proxies on American forces? Who's sponsoring the Houthis? So, you know, I don't even have to read this article. I mean, guys, it speaks for itself. Now, if you don't think it's growing, that other countries are getting involved, Indian Navy to escort merchant ships in the Red Sea, but they're escorting Indian merchant ships. You need to understand that. And the Indian Navy actually retook a merchant ship from armed hijackers they claim were pirates. And maybe in that case they were. But you see, they're getting involved here. You see, they are in this too. But India's in it for themselves. India's not really allied too much one way or another. And I can show you more of that to come on here. Iran vows to target more enemy ships in global waters. So you think Iran might not be behind this? What do you think? So Hossein Salami, or Salami, how do you say it? Salami. Today we are facing an all-out battle with the enemy. The enemy. Who's the enemy? All-out battle? No, this ain't a war. It's not growing. No. Knock. Wake up, Blinken. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. Where's Blinken at? I think he's somewhere there with Lloyd Austin. Quit blinking. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. Anyway, so just let you know what's going on. The super carrier Fujian is nearly ready for the China-Taiwan war. It's about to roll out, guys. They've been testing it. It's already being out and under test, but they're about to put it into operation. Apparently, and maybe that's why. This is a big ship, guys. This may be why. Look, 2 catapult lanes. Holy smoke, guys. This is a big aircraft carrier. This isn't like the ones they bought from the Ruskies. This is serious, guys. So this may be why Xi was telling the Koreans, hold off just a little bit. Hold off just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hold off. Yeah. It's rumored by some sources that Xi wants North Korea to attack South Korea and even Japan, according to some sources. Now, I don't know. I have heard, I don't know where the Japan part comes in, but I have heard that from a source. So let's cross our fingers and hope all that don't come to pass. All sources aren't always right, but this whole thing, the whole notion of using North Korea to instigate stuff so that China might have more leeway for this, yeah, that I can definitely see. Anyway, but back to Europe. Ukraine's getting 60 new F-16s. This article says, can it make a difference? Their summary is initially yes, but in the long run, no, because Russia's got a lot more aircraft. In a war of attrition, over the long term, time favors Russia. And Russia wants missiles from North Korea and Iran because they discovered that Ukraine's air defenses aren't as good against the ballistic missiles as it is against the cruise missiles. So they want more old-fashioned ballistic missiles to go after Ukraine. And they're getting them, and they're using them, and they got a lot more coming. Anyway, so South Korea has said that North Korea has once again fired artillery shells near their border, and they had a big exchange. North and South Korea fired 600 missiles at each other in 24 hours as war plans. It seems to be a little bit more than plans. Ramp up. So if you don't think it's heating up over there, you're not paying attention. This is going crazy everywhere. Gordon Chang, who writes a lot of stuff critical of China, asked if this upcoming election in China might lead to an invasion of Taiwan. And basically what he said is that, of course, William Lai Ching-te, who is the front runner of the more independent side, who is the DPP party. China's really warned against voting him, suggested that voting for him is voting for war. And the KMT party, the Kuomintang party, which is currently being led for the election by this Hao guy, he's also pointing this out. But the previous head of the KMT party was also very testy to China, and China. And basically, what they're coming out here, and what Gordon Chang says is that China will probably invade either way. It might not be quite as fast if the KMT wins, but China has already basically said they're going to have this reunification one way or another. And the suggestion is that Xi Jinping is intending for this to happen in his lifetime under his leadership because he wants the bragging rights for it. Anyway, and to show how serious China is about it, they've established this full-scale mock-up of our largest aircraft carrier, the Gerald R. Ford in the desert, and they're doing target practice against this because they want to be able to take out our biggest, best aircraft carriers, and they're practicing to do just that. But no, they're not serious now, are they? They're just doing that for fun, just to give their pilots something to do. If you think that, then you need to quit blinking like blinking. Yeah, blinking. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. Now, here's an article that I should probably do an entire series on or entire video. China's capitalist reforms are said to have moved 800 million out of extreme poverty, but new data says it's the opposite. And what they're talking about here is real purchasing power in China, and how, in fact, more people have went into poverty since all this has been occurring, against real purchasing power. How for a while China might have been ahead of India and some of these other countries in the early 90s, but it's falling back down. But still, the overall poverty rate has not improved. There's still a lot of Chinese that are living in poverty. And it's getting worse because their economy is getting on the tank. And because the economy there is getting bad, Xi Jinping is probably going to need to wag the dog or have something to distract his people. So a war with Taiwan might be in order for that. And they would probably want to do it. Well, the president of the United States is, would he want to do that when the president of the United States is a man who is alleged to be profiting from that? I don't know, guys. Strange stuff. I don't know. You tell me. Could that have something to do with it? Anyway, our aircraft carrier, Carl Vinson, has arrived at the Philippines because we got a defense treaty with the Philippines, and it looks quite likely that the Philippines may be where this whole thing starts up. There's a lot of stuff going on. Nuclear torpedoes do a bang-up job of reducing the surface fleet. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. And I'm hearing that China has developed some of those too, not as big as the ones that Russia has developed, not as big as the Poseidon, which can carry a Sarbama. But I've already seen articles a few months ago that suggested that China, they actually claim China is developing a nuclear torpedo. So, guys, anyway, here's where our fleet is today. You see the Carl Vinson right there, right in the middle of the South China Sea. I think this is a little behind because I understand that Gerald R. Ford has already crossed the Strait of Gibraltar. But we got the Eisenhower down here where the Houthis are firing off. We got Pat Forcella over here watching the Strait of Hormuz. We got the Bataan off the Mideast. And we got all this other stuff around here just to be prepared in case something breaks loose over here in China and North Korea and all that good, happy stuff. So we've got we got a polar star down here where it ought to be, I guess, down to the South Pole. But anyway, guys, this is a reflection of the hot spots in the world today. Is the Boxer on the way somewhere, on the way back from somewhere, or do we anticipate something happening off San Francisco? And why am I not seeing Hawaii in this map? Anyway, guys, the tensions in the world are off the charts, and that is no kidding. So, and it's not just that. Morgan Stanley has downgraded the U.S. dollar. So the U.S. dollar is because of, I guess, the tight fiscal policy. The Fed actually still been running a little bit on the strong side. But how long is it going to last when the thing that made the U.S. dollar or kept it strong over the last few decades was it became the petrodollar due to a drug deal, basically, that I use that that phrase facetiously in a sort of way, but a deal that Nixon made with the Saudis that they would only accept dollars for oil. Well, now the Saudis don't even want dollars for oil. They're taking everything else. So the day of the petrodollar is over, and our money is at risk down the road. It hasn't hit yet, but it's coming. Oh, Lord, come on. Peter Schiff raises alarm at U.S. national debt as it skyrockets. You know, in the 29th of December, it passed $34 trillion. The interest on our debt has become a very significant part of what the United States is paying out. This is huge. How much longer can we continue to rack debt up, pay the interest on the debt, especially when we may run into Weimar Republic inflation due to the dollar losing status as a world reserve currency? It's going to cause a huge financial fallout should that happen. And of course, that's the whole purpose of BRICS. BRICS to eliminate U.S. dollar financial system in 2024. That's their goal, 2024, this year, to take the dollar down. Why? So they guess they want to take America down. But of course, nobody here would be behind that. Mr. Bill of Gates, who funds Chinese organizations, here in the United States and elsewhere, or a certain POTUS that might be getting some moolah under the table. So, guys, this is all the more reason that, and the advent of central bank digital currencies, that you may want to look here to defy the grid and help yourself to have alternatives. Gold, silver, you can buy the bullion, you can buy coins, rounds, and they now have silver notes like the gold backs. But I like the gold backs because it's gold, real gold, and it's fungible. See, I got one right here. It's, this is 1,000th of a troy ounce. You can go buy eggs and bread with this, and it's real gold. Unlike, a chunk of gold, it, would be far more valuable and hard to spend. So you can get 1% off going here if you use the code GreenGregs. Use the discount code GreenGregs and you get 1% off. Anyway, guys, BRICS India gets a reality check. Ditching the U.S. dollar becomes impossible for them, but it's because the rupee is just currently not doing well. Even though they set up a deal with about 22 countries to try to just trade in rupees. The rupees, they don't want to hold it yet because the rupee's not strong. But BRICS is wanting to come out with their own currency, and the strength of the dollar versus rupee may switch as the dollar gets in more trouble. So temporarily, this isn't working out for them, but in the long run, look out. So, and this is also talking about our $34 trillion mountain of debt, boiling frog, according to J.P. Morgan. We talk about boiling frogs. So J.P. Morgan is hitting us on this. Even the banks are coming out against us. All right, guys, here's the big warning. We got storms coming. Pressing state governments to produce state currency in gold and silver. Yeah, we got a storm coming. Hey, guys, hang on a minute. Somebody, I gotta step aside for a second. Hang on a minute. Just hang on. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Spain has been doing the same as the U.S. economy crashing. People are in the streets protesting. France and Germany, farmers protesting because their government empire is rising. Yes, Jesse, the House of Klaus, and they want to set things over. Set the re, as I say. I got to be careful what I say, All right, massive winter storm, guys. Now, you've been hearing a lot about snow, and a lot of these articles are about the snow and the blizzards and stuff coming up north. And I'll show you some of that in a minute. 70 million people at risk for severe weather. Now, this 70 million is here in the Gulf Coast area. So they're starting out here with the snow that's coming, the big snowstorms, the blizzards. You can see the entire west from Arizona and New Mexico all the way up to Canada and east. The Midwest is going to be hit by big snowstorms. The northeaster is coming. Some of this area has been a little bit deficient in snow for a while, but the main thing they're focusing on here is a threat of severe weather in the Gulf Coast region. They're talking about potential tornadoes. This is Monday and this is Tuesday. This is how they expect it to shift the threat areas. So they're not showing red on that, but that's the rainfall. But this is well, it says rainfall there. Oh, no, it's severe storm threat here. I'm not showing red, but rainfall is showing red here. Kind of reddish in this. And on up into New York even. It's going to spread. It's just going to start out down here and then come up. A lot of rain Tuesday all the way up into here, and then you can expect some snow after that, guys. So Monday and Tuesday, watch out, guys. Watch out. I'm gonna give you some advice on this in a minute. Anyway, guys, Arctic blast bringing temperatures of minus 70 L, oh no, excuse me, minus 50 F to minus 78 degrees below normal. Below normal, not below zero, I guess, but below normal. Okay. It's forecast to strike the West and Midwest next week. Guys, are you ready for this? Are you ready? This is part of what preppers do. They get ready for anything that may come at you, even bad weather or whatever it may be. This is going to be some extreme cold up in here. Look at that, these purples. Extreme cold, all the way down into Nebraska, the Dakotas, Montana, especially northern Idaho. Over here where Drops is from. Drops, you with us tonight? Drops is planning to get out of there. At actual, hey, Michelle Young, supposed to be rainy here in northwest Arkansas today and snowy Tuesday. Wow. How about that? Actual blizzard warnings have been issued for part of Texas Monday, parts of Texas Monday. Wow, guys. Amarillo, I've driven through here. That's where I-40 is at many times, going back and forth between Arizona and Alabama. But just the northern, this is up in the panhandle of Texas. Yeah, guys. Pretty bad. The red is the blizzard warning. Winter storm watch here. High wind watch down in here. Amarillo is going to be high wind watch. So thank you, Michelle. Salute to Michelle for the super chat. I appreciate that. Yikes, guys. Northeastern batters parts of upstate New York with nearly 15 inches of snow as New York City has a 700-day snow shortfall drought. Will that change now? I did see some rain predicted in New York City. But yeah, upstate, yeah, you're getting hammered up there. Those are in that territory. Another massive winter storm looming off the East Coast after a weekend nor'easter. Now, this is kind of a graphic showing how this is coming down and around. Looks like some high winds is in order. A lot of weather, my friends. It's that time of the year. It's winter time. And here's a little map showing you, 3 low pressure systems. Yes, these low pressure systems bring you trouble. That's pretty interesting. And if you're in the Appalachian region, look out, snow. Even a little snow here in the middle of eastern Tennessee. That's just right above me. I'm right here right now. I was way over here, and I had been down there, stuck on Planet Houston for a bit too long. Fortunately, I escaped from Planet Houston. Rain forecast. Okay, up in New York, but up here where New Days is at, she's going to get more snow. Imagine that. Got 8 inches a couple of days ago, says Jesse Mill. I know where he's at, down there in a little south of me in northern Arizona. Keith in Arizona, he's in the same area that Jesse's from. And that's very close to my location in Arizona. Very, very, very close. I mean, just minutes away. A massive winter storm put nearly 70 million people at risk. Oh, yeah, we've already seen that. I think I got the same article again. So while we're at that, I got some advice from our good friend Arnold Smith. And let's see. Oh, Lord, it's trying to download a software update. Let me hear. And he wanted me to put out some advice here to you guys. He said that make sure be prepared for not having fresh water running because of frozen supply lines, because your water pipes may freeze, so get extra water. He said he highly suggested people also be prepared because the natural gas may fail due to lack of head pressure the head pressure on the gas system is dropping off. So if you rely on natural gas for heat, that may fail. He's highly advising people to stock cords of wood if you could, like at least 2 cords of wood in your garage if you can get it. And maybe frozen stuff into other coolers because your refrigerators may quit, your freezers may quit. When the temperature is below freezing, you could easily keep it outside in some of these or some other containers. He's suggesting to get the big buddy propane heaters and 4 to 30 pounds of propane tanks. Though 3 30-pound propane tanks. Some people get 40-pound ones. And some of my friends in Arizona, such as DJ, who's helped me out a lot. Fill up your tubs, says Green Country. Absolutely, that's some of the best advice. Fill up all your jars, tubs, any water container you got, because it may quit running. He's suggesting here to use a gas barbecue grill to cook food and boil water if you don't already have one. Then he's also suggested you collect rainwater as much as you can. It's just and if there's a large amount of snow or rain, have either 45-gallon barrels or pails outside to gather the rain from the eaves and troughs. And he says this is simple ways to increase your survivability. So salute to Arnold Smith for trying to be helpful here. That was one of his messages to me to bring that to you guys. Just some good survival advice. If you're in the area where you might get a blizzard or a major snowstorm, always remember sometimes these things happen when they don't predict them. Be prepared. If you got to go somewhere in your vehicle, carry a sleeping bag. Carry a good sleeping bag. I found out in my little trips to Arizona that just any sleeping bag ain't going to cut it. I got me one that was rated for 25 below zero, and that was almost a lifesaver. I was freezing to death out there in the desert at night for a while. Holy guacamole, I was cold. But that made a huge difference. That, and a lot of you guys have helped me out in that regard too. So I have a key for turning water on and off at the meter. Yeah, that sure beats a repair bill. Yeah, also you may want to drain the water lines in your house. Just go to your exterior faucets and let it out. Cold weather can really get you guys. I had some water damage in my house here when it got to 9 degrees back last winter. And that's one reason I might ought to stick around here for a little while here during January before I head back to Arizona. But I got to prep. I'm going to prep this place for selling it. I got a lot of work to do for that. A lot. I got a lot of stuff to clean out. Microfiber comforters are a great way for keeping warm your body. Yeah. Carry blankets with you too. Like sleeping bags. Blankets though, man, I tell you what, you can have to throw a ton of blankets on you and still freeze. Still be cold. You need stuff that lofts really nicely down or something like that. And I'd highly encourage you to really consider those sleeping bags. A really good one. If you can still get them, it's getting late now because the storms will be hitting starting tomorrow. If you can find any way to get these things and get ready between now and then, do it. Don't waste any time about it. But be careful out driving. So don't get yourself in a bad situation, guys. 38 nails on the fence bust at night. Whoa. 38 nails on the fence. What happened? The ice or something caused your fence to fall? Anyway, guys. So, I'll bring you a lot of news sometimes. It's not always good. Well, I got some really good news for you guys. And I'll dedicate the good news to Brian Perendi of Clucking, who also comes in as Clucking Chicken and Clucking Homestead. Clucking Country Homestead is a channel that subscribed to me just recently. So we got some people out there that are really into clucking, and so I will dedicate this news of scientific discovery to them. And the scientific discovery that you guys might be interested in is cross-species communications. Humans crack the chicken clucking code. We now know what the chickens are saying. Yes, finally, we can speak chicken. You do need batteries and solar to run the diesel or something like that. Let's see. So, cross species humans have now cracked the chicken clucking code. So now we know what this guy's going to tell us now. Study reveals that humans can accurately discern chickens' emotions from their clucks, a finding that can enhance chicken welfare and inform consumer choices. I guess they'll even put it in when you buy your chicken, they'll tell you how it clucked. Will you get a recording with your pack of wings? Rodney, salute to Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. Coffee time. Hey, I got a little bit right here. Oh, that cup is cold now. Anyway, I thought you guys would find this highly interesting. Anyway, so they use recordings of chickens vocalized in all different scenarios from previous experiments. And anyway, 2 calls were produced in anticipation of reward. 2 of the call types were produced for non-reward contests. It goes on and on and on and on. Anyway, 69% of all participants could correctly tell if a chicken sounded excited or displeased. Now, come on, that's not so hard to do. I bet anybody with chickens pretty much know that. Just like you can tell when your cats and dogs are happy, right? Come on. Reminds me of this. Reminds me of this major breakthrough here. Donning his new canine decoder, Professor Schwartzman becomes the first human being on Earth to hear what barking dogs are actually saying. Hey, 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 hey. All that work, and what do you get? Hey, 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 hey. That's one of my favorite cartoons from the Far Side. So I saw that article. It immediately made me think of this. This is from the Far Side. You know, the Far Side's one of the most, Larson, he had some of the most brilliant cartoons ever put out. Anyway, guys, well, the chickens are fun. Yeah, if you want some entertainment, get some chickens. No kidding. They'll give you eggs and entertainment too. Ducks too. Jason's got ducks, and they're pretty entertaining also. So he says, next thing you know, the chickens will be complaining that the guy at the hatchery misgendered them. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got some new earthquakes over here. Bang. 4.9 in the Northern Marina Islands. We got aftershock still going on here in Western Japan, a 5.0 there. Puerto Rico's always rocking. Man, that's the most rocking place I've seen. 2.5, we got something down here off in the Gulf of Alaska. 4.0. Lots of stuff shaking. Tonga down here, you know, where they had that close to that Tonga, or that big long name Tonga Tonga volcano that went off from underseas. Yeah, that place is shaking. And the Aleutian Islands, always something going on down there because they got volcanoes and all kind of stuff. 3.5. Mag Rising, you still in the house? This one's a little bit more inland here. 2.8. Ellsworth, Alaska. Anyway, guys, so let's look at space weather. Not too exciting at the moment. Fortunately, this sunspot, 3540, there's something to keep an eye on. It's not quite as intense looking as it was, but that is still something to keep an eye on. That threw out some major solar flares a few days ago. So let's look around here. Anybody want a T-set from space, the edge of space? I should do that. Fly balloons and put trinkets on them and sell them, right? That's what they do here all the time. Anywho, so guys, there we are. Nothing major to be concerned about with the asteroids. Nothing that we know of is going to get us in the next few days. This goes now through March the 3rd. So it's not a big long list, and nothing getting too close to us. That one's already passed, which came in between the Earth and the Moon. But it ain't looking too shabby right there for the immediate future, at least the ones we know of. It's always the unknowns that can get you. All right, finally, here we are. Here we are, guys, with the weather. You can see the snow all over. And New Mexico is getting, even down into Mexico. It's snowing in Mexico. Wow, guys. It's snow from Canada, Mexico. So Salt Lake City, Granny, what are you seeing in Utah? Looks like this is just right east of my area, right maybe in my area. Let me just zoom in here a little bit and see what this looks like for snowflake. Holbrook, yeah. Holbrook, Sholo. There's still snow in my part of Arizona. What's it looking like there now, Jesse? All right, it's 17 in Sholo. It is 21 in Snowflake. Holbrook is 23. That's the county seat of Navajo County. St. John's is 21. So Granny says snow, I bet. How much snow are you getting, Granny? How much snow are you getting up here? Looks like you got a band of it coming through. Salt Lake City is 16. Slick, that's how SLC is how the airport's listed, so I like to call it Slick. 17 up in the 14 in Ogden. I've spent many nights in Ogden way back when. How 16. New Mexico's getting hammered pretty good. Look at this, -4 right there. Aspen, oh, wait, we're in Colorado, excuse me. Aspen, Colorado, -1. Leadville, -4. Vail, -2. Okay, Colorado getting some stuff. Pagosa Springs, that's where our good friends Diamond and Rex are at. Pagosa Springs, 12 degrees. It's kind of chilly. Now we're down in New Mexico. Albuquerque, 25. Grants Pass. That's at this is Grants is where the Continental Divide is. 19 degrees. Zuni, 17. That's where your Zuni tribe is. Gallup is 19. You know, I-40 goes right through here. It goes Santa Rosa, Morality. Yeah, these are towns that I-40 passes through. Been through there many times. Santa Fe, 17. Taos, where this is a major center for earthships, 14 degrees in Taos, New Mexico. I'm sure those earthships are really cozy. But we got down even south of Juarez, snow south of Juarez. Here, all the way down to here, guys, in Mexico. So I'm putting another log on. I'll be right back. There you go. We got some rain over here in Texas, up in the Panhandle and on down. Dallas is a balmy 50. Fort Worth is 50. Arlington is right in between them. Planet Houston is 59. Got kind of cool in Planet Houston lately. When I was there at night, surprisingly so. Lake Charles is 52. I was spending a couple nights there several years ago when I had the previous transmission go out on my way to Texas. What is this? Me going to Texas causes transmissions to fail. I've only had transmissions fail me on my way to Texas, Houston for some reason. What is that all about? Isn't that weird? Hunts Patch, 32. Ardwell, I don't think that's right because my stuff tells me we're at 20 something right now. So let me hit the refresh button. This may be a little off. Wow, it's 3 o'clock already. We need to hurry up with this. I got to hit. Still snowing at the Four Corners. Yeah, I bet it is. Yes, Mills. Greg, I-40, Highway 87, I-17, Highway 89, Highway 60 are all closed. Have over 8 inches, still snowing. Everyone have a good night. Well, thank you, Jesse, for the report. Arnold, we have 2 inches total on the ground and 30 inches below normal accumulation for September. So you're behind, but you're getting some now. I'm not making it up to the university tomorrow morning for Kaylee's apartment. Lloyd, hey, Lloyd, Lord, excuse me, Lord, I don't know how to pronounce that, D-D-R-A-I-N-G, Durang. Drag, that's like Craig almost with a D. Drag or drag the red. Green Greg's, correct me if I'm wrong. Electric transformers have diesel in them. Is that diesel usable for diesel engines? It's got a lot of PCBs and other stuff in it. It's a special fluid. You might could burn it. It's definitely explosive. You could probably run it in a deuce and a half truck, an Army deuce and a half will burn anything. One of them, some of my stuff is saying it's 28 here right now, so I'm not sure if this is right. Okay, go outside a minute and double check that. But I was saying 28 degrees here. So Four Corners. Let's go back to Four Corners. It's down here. There it is. Four Corners. It's definitely snowing in the Four Corners. Definitely. But Jesse just said they've had quite a bit of snow. 8 inches, over 8 inches, and still snowing. Now he's in this region. No, he's right in this region around. He's actually in this area here. And they're showing it pretty heavy right here. It's pretty heavy in Snowflake. It's pretty heavy in Holbrook. So he says all these highways around here are closed. If I was there, I'd be stuck on my property. Wouldn't be able to get out because of the hill. I'm not set up there yet to be provisioned enough to stay very long there, but I'd probably be stuck for days. So I got out just in time of that place, but I didn't get out of Planet Houston in time. It took me too long down there. It cost me too much in Planet Houston. Anyway, it's interesting how this little border here is not in line with this border. What is it? Oklahoma? Did y'all get gypped? Did New Mexico gypped Oklahoma by a few miles here? What happened? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Oh, I'm not at the bottom of the chat. What am I missing? So 31 in Searcy, Arkansas. Let's go over to Arkansas. Oh yeah. You got a Fayetteville's 41. Little Rock's 35. You got a lot of temperature differences. Then again, some of this might be a little off. It might be just a little bit off. Jackson, Tennessee is freezing, 32. Tupelo, 35. Corinth, 34. Jackson, 41. Well, not, that's the town I least one of the towns I least want to live in, Jackson, Mississippi. It's not a town known for brotherly love. I don't think Philadelphia is a city of brotherly love anymore. Mobile is 46. Yeah, look at all that, guys. And Knightsman's wife is in this area where it's in the 40s. Lake City, 44. She's down over in this area. Somewhere in that area. I'm not going to say exactly where, but Deltona, what? 50. All right, get down to Key Largo. All right, you're down in the 70s there. Is that the only place in the United States that's in the 70s? Let's check southern tip of Texas is at 70. I thought it might be. Anyway, let's go up and see what's happening in Carolinas. Even's got 30s. 20 is up here in 30. Yeah, in the Appalachians. Snowing in West by Golly, Virginia. Pennsylvania, the state we was talking about earlier. They got snow in patches, 30s. All right, you got Syracuse, upstate New York, snowing. Western New York over here, it's coming off these lakes, snow, as you might expect. Barrow, Alaska, 50. My peeps, are you in Barrow, Alaska? It's 50 in Barrow, Alaska. For no reason. Eager, Arizona. Hey, Raspberry, where are you? Is that where you're at? Eager, Arizona. Up here in Maine. Mars Hill, 8. Caribou, Maine, 7. Oh, yeah, you got snow coming. And I've been seeing pictures from New Day. She's got a lot of snow up there already. And for Brian Perendi, here is Michigan, 30s, Saginaw, 28. That's pretty much Jackson, 28. That's what I've been seeing listed for where I'm at by my weather service thing. Indianapolis, Indiana's 28. I spent a whole day in federal court, Indianapolis, over a legal case over a little aerospace company that split. Aerospace company that was chasing the Lunar Google X Prize, for which one of the contestants for that went on to develop their own lunar lander, which is being launched tomorrow, hopefully. Wow, guys, let's look at Ohio. Let's look at Ohio. Oh, well, that's Illinois. The other way. Wow, 20s everywhere. Ohio. Yeah, you got some snow coming. Troy's 30, a little bit 30s over here, a lot of 20s. Akron. Oh, yeah, I was going to go to Minnesota for Brian Prendy. He always tells me there's Wisconsin. 20s. Minnesota, St. Cloud, 19. Melrose, 19. Linwood, 17. All righty, let's go up here and check out Canada. We get some people from sometimes in here from over here. Let's see. Toronto's 30. Yeah, I've spent some time in Toronto. Salisbury's 25. Now I'll go around here, -1, 3. We were in Saskatchewan now, aren't we? Let's see. I'll back up a little bit, get a little better bearing. Yep, Saskatchewan. Well, you got snow in Saskatchewan up there where Nate and Canadian Prepper's at. Alberta, where Arnold's at. 1 in Edmonton. Grand Prairie is 1, -2 in the Peace River. And snow in northern Alberta. Scooby Snacks, Greg, you sound a lot more relaxed now that you're back in your usual self. Good night, everyone. God bless. Thank you, Scooby Snacks, for joining. We're about to look down under in your territory. Alaska. Delta Junction's a balmy 12 degrees. That's pretty warm for theirs. Now, somebody said Nome was 50. Nah, it says 30 here. Nome 30. Somebody said Nome was 50 degrees. I love that show. What show was that, Granny? James, remember they spit on you. Who spit on you, James? John, square footage, your heater. Let's see. Maybe use more diesel could really. Yeah, don't be messing with the transformers. That's some nasty stuff in those transformers, guys. You don't want to deal with all those chemicals. That is nasty, nasty stuff. Siberia got some huge negative temperatures. -28 over here. -31 over here. -38 right here. Okay. Siberia is not one to disappoint you for cool weather. -46 right here. Whoa! There we go. -71. Ding, 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 ding. -71 right here. And there you say, I can get all those letters come up. So we click on what's everyone tell us. Tom Tor. Wow, -71. It's a mite chilly over there, -60. I've seen temperatures like this in Alaska many times, but I haven't seen that in Alaska in a long time. -56 over there, -44. Wow. Japan, 30. Tokyo, 37. Philippines, 70. Cebu City, 82. Well, you know where to be if you want warm temperatures. Get close to the equator. Northern Australia in the 80s up here. Alice Springs only 84, but you got 106 over here. And Balgo, however you say that. Sydney, 77. There's summertime in down here now, guys. Canberra, the capital city, 70. Melbourne, 68. Tasmania, Hobart, 57. Burnie, 66. Perth, 82. It is summertime in Australia. Summertime in New Zealand. Christchurch is 70. Dunedin is 59. New Plymouth is 64. Yeah, where's all that super hot weather? Aren't we supposed to be in global warming? Well, of course, you got Antarctica down here. So, oh, got that going on now. Let me hit the refresh so I go away. There we go. Yeah, they're trying to get me subscribed to their service. I may have to do that eventually. Oh, we skipped way ahead. Oh, wait. That one went out with the nav. No, that's the current temperature. So let's go back to the States a minute and kind of advance the time scale on here. Well, you got to check Europe first, though. We get people coming here from Europe. We used to get somebody regular from Spain. It's 26 in Paris. Climont, Ferrard, 28. Bilbao, 41. Madrid, 32 in Madrid. Here we are. Hull, England, 37. London, 35. It's pretty cool up there. Inverness, Scotland, 30. Dublin, 39. We got people coming in from Norway. Oslo is 1 degree. We got the 20s over here on the coast. 32 up here, 37 up here. Well, that's pretty warm going up north. I don't know. It's about this cold in Alabama. That's northern Norway. Iceland, 40s. All right, let's get in here and kind of scan out and play this thing forward and see what it looks like on the time going forward. Let's scroll in one more time. Bang. All right, let's advance to the time scale here. Look at it. See what it's going to do. Oh, you see those storms picking up right there, guys. Just east of Houston, in particular right here. This is Monday at 3 p.m. It's already Monday now. 3 p.m. today. You can expect storms to be picking up. Probably Bay City area in the east in Texas. On up into maybe even the Texarkana up here. Shreveport. I expect Shreveport's going to get hit by some hard storms from looks of this in Louisiana. And here we are in New Orleans around 9 p.m. Yeah, as you get through the mid part of the day is when the storms get most intense. Southern Mississippi, down there, all those coastal cities there. Mobile will be getting it at 2 a.m. All right. All South Alabama down here is going to be getting hit hard around 2 in the morning, including, it's going to be over Biloxi for quite a while there, it looks like. Still South Alabama, all up to Atlanta. I'm showing some rain here Tuesday morning around 7 a.m. This is around 7 a.m. in the morning. Storms aren't typically as intense then, but look at this. Even around Talladega area, you might be getting hit by this stuff. So if we got some friends in that area. Whoa, look at that. Now it's getting more intense going up north as we get on into Tuesday afternoon, mid-afternoon, 3 p.m. Carolinas and up through Virginia, Roanoke area, starting to hit up to Washington, D.C. And so, what time is this? This is 9 p.m. Tuesday. East Coast is going to be hammered. The entire East Coast, it looks like. Lots of snow up here. Snow down through Illinois. The West is still getting snow. Wow, that's pretty intense. That is 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware. More snow in Maine. Snow all the way down through eastern Tennessee. That's close to me. Maybe I'll see a few flakes Wednesday morning. Northern Georgia is expected to see some flakes all up and down Appalachia here. This part of it. Appalachian Mountains actually come down into here, guys. Go all the way up. Wow, that's pretty intense. That is 3 a.m. Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, the East Coast is going to be hammered. And that hammering is still going on at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. All right, this might start pushing rain up to you new days a little bit later in the morning Wednesday. There you go. That goes offshore. Then more snow comes in. Look at the snow, guys. Snow is tracking behind us. It's coming back down all into Arizona again. Wow. Look at that, my friends. And no, even down into mid Arizona, maybe a little bit even to southern Arizona. Snow all the way down to here. Wow, guys. West Coast, Rockies. Up here in Michigan's going to get hammered by snow. Upstate New York, as you can expect. The snow keeps coming through New Mexico, Nebraska, Kansas. Of course, Idaho is getting blanketed. Western Montana is getting blanketed. Parts of Utah are still getting it. All Oregon, Washington State. And some more rain. Oh, we got another front coming. It's like a strong front Friday. That's at 3 a.m. Then it's marching up and getting broader. Whoop, that's my area. At 9 a.m. Friday. That's a whole week from now. Almost. South Georgia, Atlanta's getting hammered in the Friday. And this stuff is sweeping a little bit to the northeast, Pennsylvania, back through the entire northeast and back up into Maine. Whoa, it's getting pretty intense in Maine Saturday next week. Then storms in Northern California. More snow. Snow all through Indiana, Ohio. Next weekend, Sunday, a week from now. Oh, guys, snow keeps falling all through here. New Mexico is going to get quite a bit of snow. Texas, look at Texas here. Wow. Whoa, 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 stop. Stop going. Look at that in Texas. Oklahoma. Hey, Jason, you're going to get some snow Monday, week from now. Arkansas, lots of snow there. Western Tennessee, northern Mississippi. Look at this, guys. This is what's predicted for Monday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Monday. That's reaching really south. Wow. Might be a little rain around Dallas, Fort Worth area. It's going to be probably mixed in this area. Maybe a little mixed in Oklahoma City or south of Oklahoma City. But that's mostly snow, guys. That's what they're predicting. Of course, this is a long-range prediction. Who knows how it's really going to pan out. But if you hadn't got your preps ready before then, get ready. That's way south to be seeing that kind of weather. That's skirting around me. Whoop, that's snow in my territory right there. That's saying that Tuesday, the 16th at 12 a.m., we're going to be getting snow right here. Ruh-roh. Oh, and more snow. Look at that. Oh, what you mean it's going to be snowing in Jackson, Mississippi? Holy guac and smoke-a-moly, all in down in Louisiana. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. That's way south for snow. Look at this. That's what they're predicting, guys. And still more snow in my area, all the way down south of Birmingham. That's almost a Mobile. Wow, not Mobile. I meant Montgomery. Montgomery. Montgomery's right about here. I don't know if it'll reach Montgomery or not. That's close. Washington, D.C. Oh, yeah, they're going to get it. That's heavy snow. Next week, Tuesday of next week. Wow, I may be getting a lot of snow right here. It's happened. It happens sometimes, and that goes east, starts going north. And nah, it ain't gonna snow in Maine. Nah, look at that. Heavy snow in Maine, Wednesday of next week. Not this coming Wednesday, it's the following Wednesday. Illinois, Indiana, you know it's gonna go into Ohio. Up here, yeah, Alberta's getting hammered. Dakotas, Montana. See how far it's going to play for us. And that's about it. That's as far as it's going to predict through Wednesday of next week. So this is a multi-day forecast. This is getting way out there. Is that going to happen, guys? I don't know. But you better be ready. We're in wintertime. It's time to get ready for anything. At some point, you're going to need kibbles for your nugs, says Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday is known for having nugs. Get a refresh on this. So going to reset the time, or yeah, it's come back to the present. All righty, folks. Snow. There's going to be a lot of snow in the forecast. All right, I'm going to stop the share. Hang on. Give me a second. I'll refine all my controls here. Ding, 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 ding. Stop share. Hello. Well, we've been in here for how long? We got 194 in the room. It's acting like winter. Yeah, no kidding. Starting to act like winter. Baby says, I love it. Baby, I love it. That's good. All right, let me hit the refresh. See how many likes we got in here. We only got 146 likes. We got 193 in the room. All right, guys, help me out. Throw some thumbs up. We really could use it. Great Lakes are bound for freshness. Oh, there you go, baby. General sorrow. All right, my peeps. Moving, Greg, how much are you asking for your place? 205,000. Fixed up, it'll bring 280. And this is a property you can produce income on. This is a homestead, urban homestead. You can do a lot with this property, guys. I've got a mushroom house built. There's a worm farm here. There's a garden. There's a greenhouse area that can be refurbished. They built a pad for another greenhouse. There's a place to build your underground bunker that I've excavated. So there's a well here. I've got a log barn or shed, building, whatever. It's a good size. It's overall dimensions is 20 foot this way, not 36 foot this way, because it's got 3 12 by 20 compartments on the ground. It's got like a closed in room I've never developed. It's got the workshop in the center, and then it's got the kind of the hanging barn shed, and it's got a loft above that. So it's got a lot of square footage in that building. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy, did you see all that weather coming at you? You're going to get some storms. If you hadn't seen it, hit the rewind, Brandy. There's storms coming, bad storms coming here. I'm sure you're hearing it in the news quite a bit now. What did the red say? I'm going to just call you the red. I miss snow. Where you at? All right. Telling the story. Changed their food. Too much grain. There you go. You're right about that. On another note, my dogs are about to run me out of my room. Oh, gassy. That's what change the food was about. Okay. Let's see. I tried commenting at 222, but the thing went crazy. 222 angels. Hang in there. Oh, you just woke up, Brandy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I went through the weather in South Alabama. You got some storms coming. Big time. Big time. Catch the rewind. You got a lot of storms and rain heading your way. And it's going to snow almost down, like next week, almost down to Montgomery. So, according to the long range forecast. So, there's a lot of snow coming. But it is wintertime. That's what happens in the wintertime. Doc Holliday, thank you for the thumbs up. Jay Frog. So, got 188 in the room. We've dropped off a little bit. Of course, this is extremely late. It's heading toward 4 a.m. in a hurry. So we can't stand much time. How about everybody just tell me where you're from? First launch unmanned to the moon, commercial, entity, KLW World News. Yeah, they're going to launch early this morning. I should have really done a video on just that because I got a lot of connections to this launch, more or less. I could talk about. Guess I'm not painting that fence I just put up. Yeah, you got some storms coming. It probably wouldn't be good. It'd probably get washed off. It ain't gonna dry good. What I'm saying, coming your way. Anyway, so thank you for asking the thumbs up, Brandy. All right, so Vivian is in St. Louis, Missouri. Trenton, Florida. Nightman's wife, Ohio, says baby. Bella Vista, Arkansas. Michelle Young. You don't know me, Mom. Wellington, Texas. Near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for General Sorrow. What do you think, General Sorrow, about William Penn statue being removed from his home site? Isn't that crazy? Juniper, Florida, the real I can't even pronounce that. Jasper, Indiana. Snow, says Ellen Story. Paul is in Saskatchewan. Okay, Paul, go up and say hello to Nate. Darby, Australia. Rodney. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Adam. Weather, Hillsboro, West Wokistan. I'll talk about West. I'm gonna have to talk about West Wokistan again. James Trump, 24P. Smoky Mountains in East Tennessee, Gatlinburg. That's a pretty area. So we know you're gonna get some snow. Let's see. Kentucky says the Indy place from or living. Oh, Doc Hollow, whatever. Where you living at? Check out somebody, Meshastic for communications. One guy did 138 miles and 6 watts. Huh. Mr. Peeps, I've been hearing peeping for 3 days. Just realized my parakeets have 4 more babies. Well, you got more peeps then. Ada, Oklahoma, says Brenda Turner. Southwest Florida, Peppers and Sarasota. All right, very good. Booger Dog, New Trenton. Well, back in my Geville days when you're Gainesville, huh? Green Country says Mintaka, but I'm staying in Oklahoma while I'm visiting Earth. That's a pretty good place to stay. Watch the launch. Oh, it's already launched? Oh shoot, I missed it. Okay, I'll have to do a video on that tomorrow. That's an interesting project. A lot to talk about on that. A lot to talk about. I've got some connections and different angles with this mission. Although I haven't personally worked it, but I've got connections to it, many different angles. Pennsylvania, all right. Just a gun guy. Let's see. Saffron the desert, South Central Oregon, high desert. Wow, that is high desert. Cool desert, I bet. Far from the EAM. Yeah, they've been announcing EAMs over there. Gilbert, Arizona. All right, very good. Cool, North Carolina, 28 degrees, says Jacob. And it's cold. Elijah Williams, my dad, a Marine veteran, just passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. 76-year-old in Portland, Oregon, but I'm still here in the old place. Well, bless your heart, Elijah. Prayers for you. And I hope you find some peace and serenity in the time of troubles. So, Atlanta, Georgia, says Remco, you're up late. Greg, looks like you need a good pair of readers. Well, some of these names just, it's hard for me to figure out how to pronounce some of this stuff. The real chaos, I can't say it. Yeah. I was wondering if you had anything to do with Peregrine that's going to be neat. Yeah. Not directly, but I've got connections, various connections, many various connections from different angles. I need to do it's time for me to come on Galactic Grades. Maybe I can find time to do it tomorrow. My time has been so tight because we had a little bit of worm harvesting to do today. I had internet problems. I had lots of internet problems here. I had some bills to pay, which I'm still behind on a couple of them. You know, I got a lot of paperwork still to go through, and you've been gone a month. Just to give you an idea, this is what I've not processed yet, okay? I got a lot of catching up to do. And I still got things to do here. And we're trying to start to straighten this place out some. I had to get vehicles running because I didn't really have anything running. when I got here. I got my Vanna White. That's what I'm driving again. And we've got uh, Betsy Blue. We got her running, but I had a little bearing noise in this power steering pump, which we're in the process of replacing right now. So hopefully I'll have that running again tomorrow. So yeah, I don't want to power the belt of the power steering pump also runs a water pump, so I don't want that pulley to seize up. It had a bearing noise in it. It was making some racket. So I've been struggling, guys. I'm just trying to get caught up. And so that's why I had come on here so late, and it's really too late to be doing a video, to be honest. Whenever die, we transition. That's right, J Frog. Anyway, your dad will always be here watching you. So we've been going for 100 minutes. That's long enough, I do believe. Arnold Smith says, I believe that you will see him again, Elijah. Yes, yes, yes. So probably gone to a better place. But, I know that's tough. I lost my dad and I lost my older brother within 3 weeks of each other. That was really hard. That was really hard. I lost my mom several years earlier. But so I know what you're going through. I know it's tough. And, well, it's something we all go through, most of us, unless we have the misfortune of passing before our parents, which is extremely hard on a parent. One of my friends who's followed this channel some lost a son recently, a young son. And I can't even imagine that. It's just, some of you probably know Nicole Parrish. Some of you, I think, are friends with her. She lost her son. Time for you to get some sleep. Yes, it is. I got to go to bed and get up. So we're going to just cut short some of the things we usually do here toward the end. In the club, we're all struggling. Yes, this is hard times, guys. A lot of people have very hard times right now. And it's not going to get better this year. This year is going to be a trial. It's going to be a trial, guys. If our imaginings and memories are indistinguishable in our minds from thoughts of the current events, think of the memory that an eternal mind holds. No, you never die. Ready to have your real estate agent selling your place? No, not right now. Well, I got prospects for one that might. I was thinking about selling it myself. I did have a guy that was trying to market it, but he was putting it out there at 210,000, and there was a lot of people. There's some people expressing interest in it, but I don't like the way he's doing it. So, and he's taking too big of a cut out of it. I feel you. I'm in financial crash due to health. Bless your heart. It's tough. Yeah, we've all got challenges, guys. And one of the things I'm discovering is part of this transition I'm making. I may have to give up some of the things I've been doing because I've got a lot of arthritis in my ankles and knees, and it's really hitting me. It's hitting me pretty darn hard. It's going to be tougher than 1968. I expect it will be much tougher than 1968. 1968 was a year of huge turmoil in the United States. I think this year is going to make that year look like a Sunday school picnic. Unless God could forget your existence, no, that ain't going to happen. That's not happening. And if you ever see me talk about the universe and the solar cup, I'm planning one day to do an entire video on this topic. I got charts started for it. I started them sometime back. I just got to finish them. And I got several little projects for videos I've started and not finished yet. That's one I got to come back on when I get a little bit more time. I need to sell my house. Okay, TD. Yeah, I can't afford this place anymore. I just can't afford it. My income is too low to keep up all the payments I got now. So I need to sell it and get out of debt if I can, or as much debt as possible. So I'm hoping to sell it and apply the equity toward the debt. Hopefully I can get out of it. We'll just have to see how that works out. If not, I got a real problem. A real problem. That's part of why I started getting Arizona ready, because I can live, once I get that place set up, I can live on it very cheaply. But I can't live here very cheaply. I still pay a mortgage here. And if I carry the credit card debt, I mean, I'd have to go bankrupt if I'm not careful. I'd like to be able to avoid that. I don't know if I can or not. So that's I'm struggling. So the don't be getting hit by a failed transmission in a shyster shop in Houston, and that cost me like $3 grand to shop and another grand trying to manage a situation for a week after just staying there. That was too big a hit for me. That really hit me and what I needed to do to be able to make Arizona happen. So that puts me to mind. I had 3 years of back taxes that I worked through. That's one thing. Before I went to Arizona, I was busting my trying to get those back taxes done, and that gave me a little bit to work with to get Arizona place developed. But I just taken a big hit on that, so I'm in a tight spot. I was already cutting corners, things you're not supposed to do. I was working my way around all that stuff. I was already having to cut corners. I'll find a way. I can live on ramen noodles with my ad revenue if my house is paid off. There you go. I understand that. Uh, I understand that completely, Jason. Ramen noodles, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Before I went to college, I had it all figured out. I figured out the cost of peanut butter and bread and jelly, and I calculated, how much it cost me to live for 4 years on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This is when I was a teenager trying to figure ahead to go to college. I really had it figured out how I could survive on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to make my way through college. Maybe that's where I'm headed. That and ramen noodles. Hey, sweet potatoes are pretty cheap and they're very nutritious. Some people just about live on sweet potatoes. I fractured my back and did not know, and doctor misdiagnosed for 6 months. Oh, that's awful, Lord. Youch. That's rough. One night soon, show us some pictures of your place for sale. Yeah, all right. I need to get it cleaned up a little bit. Greg, I'm glad you got to spend time with grandbabies. That's true. I did do that. And that was great. That was great. That was really great. Jay Frock, well, thank you for that. Sleepless nights. Well, it's the only way I can bring you guys the news, guys. It takes a long time to put all this together. Why didn't you rent a cheap U-Haul truck from Houston? Because they're not cheap. They're only cheap for local. I had a ton of people say, get a U-Haul, get a U-Haul. Well, I called U-Haul. $1,100 to go from Houston to Huntsville, plus whatever gas, because it's a one-way deal. It's 19. That's for a 10-foot truck. Yeah, it's 1995 local. But going the distance, no. So when I got my rental car, they told me I had to bring it back to the airport. I said, well, can I do this? Can I do it? No, you got to bring it back right here. But when I called Enterprise up directly and kind of went with management change, oh, you can take it to the Huntsville airport, but we're going to put on a mileage fee. That mileage fee was a lot cheaper than a U-Haul. So I packed that thing. It was the back hatch window had stuff smashed up against it. And if you saw the video, I had stuff right behind me. I mean, just right behind my seat, packed all the way to the ceiling. I had that thing packed tight, but I put everything that wasn't nailed down out of my van inside that RAV4. And that was actually much cheaper than a U-Haul. I spent less on gas and the mileage fee was a lot less from that point out. Yeah, it cost me extending my whole bill, but it was a lot cheaper than renting a U-Haul. So that's the way I chose. You rent it local and sleep in it. Oh, oh, that might have been an idea. Yeah, should have thought of that. Okay, instead of a hotel room. Could have done that. I wouldn't have been bringing y'all any videos from U-Haul, probably. Maybe not all that good. Thank God it's a Toyota. Yeah. But I'm going to do a report. I did some videos on the RAV4, so I'm going to do a RAV4 video on product papas. What in the world? Showing something in it. What is that? Anyway, I got on my camera here. What was that? Anyway, so the RAV4 did pretty darn good. So I'm going to do an evaluation of RAV4. It was a weird car for me to drive because I've not drove anything that new with all the screens and stuff. I never did get the radio really figured out that well in it. Getting a fifth wheel attachment put on tomorrow for anyone down here needs a camper mood. Oh, that's good. That's good because there's a lot of fifth wheels out there for sale, and if you don't have a fifth wheel attachment, you're not moving them. Yeah, that was odd. What was that? I still don't know what it was. I knocked it off of it. I didn't see it. Anyway. That's odd. Anyway, yep, Walmart Wi-Fi or Moby D Wi or Mickey D Wi-Fi. Wonderful, Brandy, for your generosity. Yeah, that's good, Brandy. All right, Brandy, I got to come up here and visit again sometime since you're getting mobile again. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be here just for a few weeks to try to get this place a little bit more prepped for selling. All the junk here I got to get out, including I had a worker who I put up in a travel trailer on the backside of my place, and she brought her boyfriend in. He tried to do a junk business out of my front yard when it's gone. So we've got a lot of junk to get out of here. Freedom is far less dangerous than the alternative. Amen. Amen. All right, Jason, now that I got my internet back here running again, I got my Zoom going, I can interview. So I'll be calling you soon. Just let me kind of get a little bit settled down, but I'll be calling you soon and we'll work out something because you and I got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Jason and I got some good content to bring to you guys. It's very relevant to the stuff we've been talking about here. So that holiday, hey guys, hey, we got more people back in the room. Wow, 206. We picked up again. People are waking up like Brandy did. All righty, folks, I got to hit the hay. So I want to say this. Thank you, Super Chatters. Thank you a lot. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, mods, for keeping the channel clean. We are a family channel here. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And to one and all, a good night. And with that, I'm